Now it's recording. All right. I just want to take a little bit of time to talk to people about just what makes you successful in dogs. It's pretty easy. It's the honest answer is just hard work. And to give you an example, well, I'm gonna break some things down with Gina sitting right here. She has no idea what I'm thinking. She has no idea what I'm gonna ask her. But my thing is she's up till 11, 12 o'clock at night some nights posting or making graphics to be able to post. And she's posting 5 to 6 times a day, maybe even more sometimes. Yes, I don't post. That is my weakness. I don't post a lot. I don't get on social media a lot. I don't, but our teamwork is very, very instrumental to our success. Now, I'm the one that cuts the grass for the most part. I'm not saying she's never done it. I'm not saying she doesn't clean kennels. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is the grounds, the way that we keep the kennels and the presentation that we present to our clients, for the most part, it does fall on my shoulders. So when people show up and it's trashy, or it's got, like today we had 3 kids here, right? 3 additional kids here. And I got shoes, I got dirt, I got leaves all in my house because it's spring break. I understand, but I don't have a customer coming. So the thing is we've all done dogs for a long period of time, and we make a joke out of it, and some of our friends do as well. We call it the customer cleanup or the customer shuffle, to get your house in order for this customer to come to your house. That is business. That is what business is like in any business. You don't go to McDonald's and it's dirty. I mean, yes, you do, but they do try to keep it clean. You know what I mean? They do go out of their way to make it presentable. Remember, this is still your home. You're running a business for the most part out of your home. So
we try to be more like Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, I mean, Chick-fil-A, or, I'm not trying to be, what is it, Chris Ruth over here. I'm not trying to be like that. But what I am trying to be is, a decent steakhouse to where it's clean, it's presentable. I mean,
and we clean every day, so it's not like, oh my God, it's like a huge undertaking. It's just maintenance. It's
so, and then, you guys, people get upset like, oh, we're doing, who do you think you are to do these interviews about breeding and the breed and all this kind of stuff? Well, they come here, why they come here? It's not about the knowledge all the time. It's about the presentation that they can put on film, as well as the knowledge and the hard work.
Nice dogs.
I mean, that too, but who wants to come and do a video on dog breeding or dogs in general, and you literally have to take them in your neighbor's yard to take videos? Like, come on, that doesn't even make sense, guys. So it is a portion. It's a huge portion of what our customers see and what, look, I'm looking at the screen. Today, I showed my kids where I was born and raised. And I'm looking at it and where I'm at now. I don't know if this is going to work, but that is where I was born and raised. That is nothing to be too happy about, but I made it out. And I live in the house that I live in now with my wife and my kids. And what got me out of that? Hard work and determination. That's what got me away from that. That's what got me out of that. You know what I mean? Like, I grew up in an area where it wasn't pleasant and it wasn't happy to be there. And I wanted something different out of my life. And so I did better. I tried harder. I did studies. I did this. I did that. She did the same thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's genuinely, it comes down to just hard work. You got to put the work in to be able to receive the benefits. We do get lucky. Some of us get lucky at times. When I was afforded the opportunity to buy D-ball, that was luck. It was. Joey was trying to get out of dogs and he afforded me the opportunity to buy him. That was luck, but I capitalized on the luck. You know what I mean? So, the grounds here, that's hard work. Cutting grass and weed eating and picking up sticks and making it look presentable for when my clients pull in. We've had people pull in and Mercedes. We've had people pull in Bentleys.
Oh, remember, was that a Bentley in Texas?
Yeah,
I was like, oh
and
my
we've
God.
had people pull in Honda Accords. Like, we don't care about all that, but the people, when they pull in, they care. And that's all. That's why we're telling you. Like, our success is based off of hard work. That's all it is.
Yeah, mind you, I didn't spend as much time in like a maybe impoverished or poverty environment, but I started out there really young, and we made it to middle class. Well, you know, by the time I was middle kid age, I guess. So it's not like I have never been hungry. It's not like I have never been, you know, I didn't just come in this cushy little cocoon of a life, and I just didn't spend time in a environment that was hostile like Chris has.
But the other thing is like my sister-in-law. I love her. My brother-in-law, I love her. But they are a reality check that I still ain't made it big time. You know what I mean?
You think
like,
this house is big?
That's what I'm saying. Like, you need people around. Like, I might not talk to my brother-in-law all the time, but I literally do look up to him in a sense, because it's like, bro, you're here, but you can be here. You got to keep trying. I mean, I'm 45 years old and I haven't stopped trying. I'm 45 and I legitimately wake up every morning to do dogs, and I still work sometimes a 30 to 40 hour week. Some weeks I only work 20 hours, you know what I mean? And I still make the time, no matter how tired I am, to take my son to baseball. You know, I watched a thing the other day. I just showed Gina. It was a gentleman. It's a viral video going around. It was a gentleman said, "Hey, we're going to have a race, and I want to apply that race to dog breeding. We have all these dog breeders in a line, and basically we have to make it, the first person to make it 50 yards is the winner. And everybody's lined up like, we're about to race. I'm faster than Chris. I'm faster than Gina. Like, okay, the person with a really nice setup, take 2 steps forward. Boom, boom. The person who has a really good social media presence, take 2 steps forward. The person who has, you know, nice facilities and is welcoming, take 2 steps forward. By the time that the end of the race, there is going to be 1 or 2 people that are basically at the finish line, and there's going to be 1 or 2 people still at the starting line. I was the person at the starting line at one point in my life, but now I feel like I'm the person looking back at the person at the starting line, and I want to help. But every time I help them people, they just literally pull me under like they're drowning. And it's nothing personal. I want to help. So the way I help, the way I can help best, is now by putting my experiences on video and telling you what I've done, what it didn't do, and what it did. It did work or it didn't work. You know, this medication, you know, SMZs, like for an example, SMZs for UTIs. It's a lost art for using SMZs for UTIs now. Like, everybody just goes to Clavamox. You see what I'm saying? So those are the things that I just want to give people. I don't think I'm better than anybody. I've never complained about losing, and I've never bragged about winning. So it's not about winning or losing. For me, it's always been about, I just love the dogs, and I just want to keep moving forward. And I wouldn't be able to do it without people like Gina in my life. Like, before her, for an example, I probably would have only had 2 steps in my life. Had a good setup. I've always had a nice setup because of the hard work. I wasn't scared of the hard work. When I met her, I had 5 by 25 kennels, and they were amazing. I loved them. But I had an absolutely horrible social media presence.
No computer.
I didn't even have a computer in my house. I literally had to use the next door neighbor's house computer. Like, bro, that's what I was doing. And, you know, those things, if you can't have some type of humility and say, you know what, I lack in this area, you won't succeed in anything. You know, I know that I suck at social media. I suck at confrontation when people talk about me and being ugly about me. But I just feel the need to just ignore it all, because it's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to just make dogs that make me happy. And in the end, just, you know, when I first started, my dad told me a saying: you build it, they will come. And in the beginning, nobody came. And that's when a lot of people give up. But if you stay true to what you believe and what you like, you know what I mean? Like, for an example, I'll give some examples. There's a gentleman down in Texas. His dogs are ripped. What's his name? Cannon?
Oh, yeah, Cannon Canine.
Cannon Canine. I have the utmost respect for people.
I love that guy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm 45. I'm not running shit. But his dogs, they're amazingly ripped up. And I mean, I'm envious of it because that's dope. That's not what I prefer. You know, there's never been a dog that left my house that ripped.
Molly.
Okay, maybe
Wait,
once.
she's ripped, but she's not conditioned the way he does.
Yeah.
We don't exercise her like he does his dogs.
But I prefer, you know, a little bit of a fluffier dog. I mean, not hair-wise, but
Lazy. That's what I prefer.
fatter,
Lazy.
lazier, whatever you call it. Like, there's never been a dog that left my house skinny. Never. I'm not skinny. You know what I mean? So I have the utmost respect for people like me and Brian Miller. We might not get along, but I have the utmost respect for his vision. He stayed true to his vision and what he wanted. Jamie Sweet, she knew exactly what she wanted in a shorty boy, and she's been making it ever since. Like, you have to admire people like that. You don't have to. I don't like long-haired dogs, but I don't think that all long-haired dogs should die. We can have a difference of opinion. That's why there's so many cool things about this world that we live in. Some people like concrete. Yeah, some people like concrete, some people like grass.
Let me tell you maybe different kind of tips that got us started with little things. When we got together, we were by no means well off or could really sell a dog. I was probably selling dogs for $1,500, you know, down to $700 on my first litter. That might have even been near average at the time because I think us promoting the breed has allowed everyone to ask more for their puppies. But we would apply. So I said nobody had a computer, right? I might have had a laptop and stuff for work, which I would use. But we applied for like a Best Buy credit card, and we got our first mini Mac, and that's how we started doing graphics or editing pictures with like a $300 mini Mac. I wanted the $600 one, and his cheap ass, like when I walked away, told him switch it out for the $300 one. And I still bitch about that because it's just like a pattern. But anyway, so you know, it's like literally we bought that on credit, and it's just kind of like you do good, you pay your bills, your debt creditors will reinvest in you a little bit. And we've never actually even got a business loan, but we do have credit cards, and I think when times get tough, that's what's kept us afloat, and just constantly paying down our credit cards. And then, you know, every time you make some money, you pay towards them so that when you get in a bind, you can use your credit cards again. I
mean, it's just like we did some videos, but it didn't come out so great because I had a few too many gummies. So
I might put some. There's a bunch of bloopers.
So, but like even my kennel now, my roof, it's made out of a kennel that I was going to throw in the trash. And then top rail that you buy at the hardware store, Lowe's or Home Depot, and literally tarps that I got off of Amazon for like $35 to $45. Like my whole tarp, my whole roof on my kennel might have cost me $100. And it's not saying that I won't eventually change it out.
It's been working. It's been up for like 2 years.
Yeah, but it's the presentation when people like the guys, if you're watching this video, you'd be like, oh man, this setup is nice. The roof is tarps, top rail, and a cut up kennel that I was going to throw in the trash.
Bungee cords.
And bungee cords from Walmart. That is all. Like, it ain't nothing fancy. It works. And then the dog houses, we use Blue Barrels forever. And then we found these white ones that I've been buying, and I didn't buy them all at one time. They're $250 a whop. I buy 4 at a time.
2 or 4 at a time.
Yeah, I can only bring 2 home.
It was probably a year before we finished the whole kennel.
And you just have
dog houses.
Yeah, but you know, the thing is about presentation too. It goes back to that look.
He wants everything to match, you know, which obviously it looks good.
It does. Like when you go to a BMW dealer, you're expecting to see a BMW dealer. Cars. You're not going there to see a Range Rover. Like, oh, wow, there's a Range Rover. Why is that here? You know what I mean? Oh, it must be a trade-in. That's just it. Like, so it does, but it also goes down to the attention to detail. What does that have to do with anything? But the attention to detail with the doghouse, the bowls, everything matching, because when people see it,
it just looks like professional, and it's really affordable. I guess the most expensive thing would be the concrete pad.
Yeah, and you could
we bought with COVID money. So
and I did it wrong. Like, it's not 100% correct. I should have done something differently. I didn't need a 50x50 pad. It's 50 by 50, and I only have 10 kennels on it. That is a little bit of a waste. And I'm openly saying that.
I like it though.
But it's a waste though.
Why?
I could have taken that concrete and made it one strong, long,
super long one.
Yeah, and
It's
just
cool
had
the way
20
it is,
kennels on it. You know what I mean? But that's just it. Like, you make mistakes, you learn from them, you live from them, and you move on. You know what I mean? The thing is, like, my daughter, this is all inspired by my daughter. And, she didn't understand why some people were just, like, very ugly or hateful. And they're like, why are they like that, Dad? And it's a prime example of us two. Her mom and my mom, two polar opposites. Polar opposites. Her mom, I've met her. She's so nice that sometimes you think it's fake. But it's not. That's just who she is. Where my mom's like, suck it up. You'll be all right. That's literally the compassion you get from my mom. Like, you okay? Yeah, my finger's hanging off. Is it broken? No. All right, you're all right. Where her mom is totally the opposite. Totally. And, I had to be careful when it comes to my kids because I don't want to give them that persona. You know what I mean? And there's a saying that you can catch more bees with honey than vinegar. She's honey, I'm vinegar. I don't talk to the customers for a reason. I'm a little too blunt. I'm not as approachable per se as she is.
He talks a lot. It's the same. That's an excuse. It's the same thing as I don't post on social media. You don't care enough. You don't give a fuck.
It's not that I don't care about the people.
You don't want to do the work. That's the work that you do not want to do because talking to clients, customers, and families is work. If you don't want to say, oh, you should try this purple ribbon, it works better. Like, you do not want to have the conversations that are not meaningful to you.
Well, it's not that they're not. I don't mind helping people. Like,
but when they come here, he'll take over.
I have no problems helping them with the medicine if they call me. I'd have no problems with that. I don't. I just know when people, hey, I'm looking for a couch potato, blah, blah, blah. And I only have a puppy that's available right now out of Nico. He ain't no couch potato. And I'm going to be like, I don't have it.
Yeah, we tell everybody everything we think about that puppy. Oh, it might have this. Oh, it might have that. And if you don't want it, great. Perfect. Even better, because we don't want you to have something you're not happy with.
So, bottom line is, I just want to get back on track, is hard work. That is literally our recipe. It's not I've been given, and I've even given it to everybody. I've been given how to maximize what is it called?
I'm dead.
But what's it called?
You're talking about the fucking formula from 10 years ago?
But I'm asking you, what's it called though? The formula for algorithm.
Oh my God. And it probably changes every day.
I know
talking
that.
about something
I'm not saying that. What I'm implying to you is I was given it. And I even gave it to you. Like everybody. Like it's
post at 2 o'clock and post at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, like they gave it to me and I'm just like, I didn't want to do that hard work. I'd rather be outside cutting the grass, weed eating, picking up crap. That's my hard work. That's my contribution to our business. Do I want to be out there and wrestle the dogs every day or pick up the poop every day? No, but it is literally way more relaxing than having to deal with the internet. I would agree. Totally. So, and shut up sometimes. But this is why we work. Like, genuinely, this is why we work. And in the beginning, it was an ego thing for me, and I had to let it go when we became a pair, because I have like Bulky Built tattooed on my body. Like, I have dogs tattooed all over my arms of dogs that I've owned or I produced in my kennel name. And when we became one, it was an ego thing for me. But by the way, no one said, oh, you have to get rid of your name. That was your idea, but maybe you did that so you didn't want to feel like you were overshadowing me or something. Yeah, and that's probably... Since you made me get rid of all my dogs. They were pit bulls. Game Boy could have helped you. Yeah, he probably could have right about now. But, and that's just it. Like, I'm, for an example, I will tear down a dog in a heartbeat. I'll tell you that there's no perfect dog, and I'll tell you what's wrong with one of our dogs even. You know what I mean? Like Rocky. He's an amazing animal, but he has short forearms. And a lot of people will complain about his head because he has no loose skin on his head. I mean, like, that doesn't faze me by telling you that. It doesn't hurt me. Mind you, his brother's a giant bulldog. Yeah, well, not only that, though, just because I told you that, can you utilize that information correctly? And that's why I like this breed. This is why I picked this breed and breeding dogs, because I really enjoy the mystery behind it all. But what I'm not scared to do Just put in the hard work. This right here is uncomfortable for me. Having this camera in my face, I don't like it. She'll tell you I don't care for it.
We're using the DJI. I'll have to show you.
Osmo or something like that. You know, I just
and
had...
the screen's like this tiny, so we can't even really see ourselves in this video.
I just had Angel here, Wilson here. And you know, Angel, I love Angel, man. He motivated me. He said, listen, Chris, let me ask you something. I was like, what's up, bro? He said, Angel from Double Muscle or Breeders' Hacks or Breeders' Chronicles, the guy I'm always on the screen with. He says, hey, what's your routine? And I told him. And he says, you can't add 20 minutes to it. I was like, yeah, why? What you need me to do? Sit down, put this in front of
you. You were going to say like slaves.
No, he's out there, you know, working them, stacking them, blah, blah. He's doing all that. And I take a dog out of the crate or out of the kennel, out of his kennel, being the first time on a leash, and he whoops my ass, even though I feel like my dog is much, you know, if I feel like my dog is better, it don't matter. He outperformed me. He outtrained me. It's almost like somebody in the NFL. I never held a football in my life, and I throw the football 10 feet, 10 yards. And then Eric gets up, and he slings that son bitch 80 yards. Who do you think they're going to recruit? They damn sure ain't going to recruit me. They're going to recruit him because he did all the legwork. He did all the work to be able to throw that football 80 yards. Like, it didn't happen overnight. So you can't take, and that's exactly what we're trying to get people to see. Like, this is all hard work. We get up.
Dog shows us hard work.
She's literally I'm about to go to Texas, come back, and then she's going to Michigan, and I can't go. Like, we can't go.
For Easter.
Like, I can't go with her, and I miss a lot of stuff from my family. But, sorry.
God damn.
But yeah, that's all I was trying to get people to see is, you know, we did some other videos, and I don't want it to be negative. I just want this to be positive and people to understand that literally it is one word: work. Put it in. You know what I mean? That's all I got to say. And I want it to be known that she does a lot more work than what people think. Like the Beast of the East.
There ain't no way people don't know.
But the Beast of the East, that's all her. I'll be honest. She wanted to do it. She wanted to bring it back, and I was like, do we have to?
I mean,
it's a lot of money.
If he doesn't, there's so many things that I've done, or you know, everybody feels like we've done, but I've done that he didn't want to do. So I had to fight him and all my haters and all the community, or fight for those that believe in what we do. But when he's not, doesn't have my back in something, it makes it double hard. And he did not have my back when it come to having this dog show, the Beast of the East. And I feel like I had proved it to him that it can be done. Can you help me this next time?
Yeah. So, I mean, a lot of times that she gets the short end of the shaft because people say, oh, she's just a marketer. She's the customer service, blah, blah, blah. She does way more work than I probably do. I mean, I do work my ass off. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I cut grass and
whatever. I feel like I've earned everything that I have.
Together, we've earned this, and we deserve it.
Yeah, and I still have to fight for what dogs are mine or what's going to be saints and sisters, because you still have something to say sometimes. And I'm like, bro, when are you going to just fucking trust me? Like, let me fly.
Okay. That's a whole nother video. I'm going to let her fly.
You're welcome. You like this house?
Off the second
You like this house?
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. So, all right, y'all. We love y'all.
Peace.
You and talk to it. I said, yeah. He says, you say yeah all the time, but you don't never do it.
You know what was cool when he was here? Like, we had a lot going on, and the personal attacks against us because somebody got in trouble, whatever. And the whole time he's here, he's just like, Gina, come here. Let me show you how to use this DJI. Gina, come here. Okay, come outside. So you see a couple of videos where it looks like I'm being interviewed or whatever. He's out here just literally trying to use every minute to teach us or to show us how to work. And we're kind of like distracted or tired or busy or whatever. And he's like, hey, oh, do you have a minute? Like the nicest person, most considerate person.
But here's the thing. People only want to work and help people who are generally going to use the information. And that's it. So if you're not honestly trying to better yourself or better your program or better your setup or better your way of life even, don't be mad that people want to work with your next door neighbor but don't want to work with you. Or, you know, you help start somebody. We'll just say, Bobby, a good friend of mine, I helped Bobby get started with his, you know, with the puppies he has now. And he outshines me because he outworks me. I can't be mad at him. He knows how to use the internet better than me. He got his kids helping him. He's got his wife helping him. I can't be mad at him if he outshines me.
And we don't
be happy for him.
And we're not threatened by anybody doing great, you know.
You know, and I'll be honest, since I'm sitting here and I'm talking to you guys, I will tell you, in the last 6 months, we've probably got, I don't know, numerous phone calls. Man, I can't sell shit. Oh, I can't get rid of a puppy. And I'm going to tell you what we hear on our side. As us selling, her selling puppies, us selling puppies. Oh, man, I watched this video of you on YouTube. Hey, I seen you on YouTube. Hey,
everybody says it, even
YouTube,
in person.
YouTube. Everybody says YouTube. So, I am not holding this hostage, this information hostage. I am telling you exactly where 90% of our customers are coming from in the last 6 months. Now, in the next 6 months, it might be TikTok. I'm telling you that this 6 months, it is YouTube. So, get uncomfortable.
And I was always uncomfortable with YouTube. I don't know why. I just was not really familiar with it. And I'm really not great at it now. But everything that I create, usually on TikTok, I just use that to create my videos, to add music, chop it up. And I upload it everywhere, including YouTube. And it's grown our following a lot. And it was intimidating because I think I started that YouTube in 2015 and then I never really posted. So I just felt like I didn't have enough followers to post.
Well, not even
don't
that.
Don't let that hold you back.
Well, not even that. In 2015, I'm going to tell you God's honest truth. She was like, hey, we should do a YouTube channel. And what's his name? Travis? Mm-hmm. Travis, he was like, you should do a YouTube channel.
I was like, I was intimidated by it.
I'm being honest. I'm telling you, just like you personally thinking right now, I'm cool. It's not my thing. But I'll tell you, if I would have done it then, it would have been a lot better for me. So starting somewhere is better than nothing. Like Angel, we do one podcast a week, or we're going to start doing it again, one podcast a week, and it grew. And yes, I did get dividend checks from YouTube for doing Breeder
Chronicles.
Breeder Chronicles. Now, I'm not telling you I made $10,000. I literally made like $100 a month. That was it. But, you know what I mean? I did get a check from YouTube.
That's more than I ever made.
You see what I'm saying? It's not even that. Like you can start small. Like, don't be scared to start. That was hard work for me.
I think I was intimidated by YouTube because I was like, oh, people are going to just talk shit. Or what if they talk shit? And I was very nervous about like the anti-breeder people. Now you can just kind of block them, I think. You can't block them, but you can keep them from commenting on your stuff. I
mean, I get a lot of grief. Oh, he thinks he's a vet. Oh, or the vet techs. Oh, that's wrong. You know what I mean? That's stupid. Why would you do it that way? I'm just telling you, in the last 25 years, this is what I've experienced with a UTI. This is what I've experienced with a pyometria. This is what I've experienced with, a female aborting puppies. This is what I've experienced with a prolapse urethra. Like I'm not a veterinarian. No, you're correct. I am not a vet tech. I'm not a trained vet tech, but I have worked with animals for over the last 25 years of my life. And a lot of vets, they do go to school to learn a lot of the terminologies, and they do go to school to learn a lot more than what we know, but
a broad spectrum of things.
But the things that we've learned over the last 25 years, I promise you, I've had, luncheons and dinners with vets, and I've taught them stuff and they've taught me stuff. They don't get taught reproduction unless they go back to school. It's literally like not even a semester. It's like a day. Okay, they ovulate, you breed. Your time starts at 8 weeks old. That's basically what they get taught. They don't get taught how to tube feed. I've literally had, new vets come to the office that I was working at and like, hey, Chris, can you teach me how to tube feed? Like, yeah, we don't get taught that in,
They don't get taught neonatal puppies or reproduction.
Yeah. So that's just an example of what we're showing you guys. I took the hard work and I worked at a vet's office every Wednesday. I love Dr. Brett Spencer for allowing me to do this, and Dr. William Tadlock, because they allowed me to do that. I came in, I worked for free for about 7 fucking years on Wednesdays. And she'll tell you, I've done everything from dig water main lines for him to
all the
X-rays.
big dogs, they'd call Chris, and we lived
Maybe
5 minutes away. So anytime there was big or aggressive dogs or anything crazy, they'd call Chris to come in.
And that's just hard work. That was leg work that I put in. The same thing with Gina. You know, she talks to customers and then they call back and be like, hey, I found one cheaper. She gets a little discouraged, like, all right, well, we lost that sale. But you know what she doesn't do? She doesn't be ugly to the customer, because that customer is still a potential customer. Because in 10 years from now or 5 years from now, I'm still breeding dogs.
I mean, customer or not, I don't want to be ugly to anybody. Just it stings a little, I guess, but you know, it is what it is. I get it.
We don't take it personal. You know what I mean? It's just like, I got out hustled. You got outworked.
And then, you know, when people say, oh, we can't sell a dog, we haven't sold a dog in this long, I don't see you doing everything that I do. And I always tell people, just do it every time. Every time you see me do something, do the same thing. I don't care if you're saying the same thing I say. You're just creating content and getting more traction online. So I don't see them doing anything. And I used to literally, anybody had a less price tag that they wanted to spend, I would literally share my customers. If I didn't have nothing to sell, I would share my customers with everybody and help them sell their dogs. I don't know how many people have ever helped me sell a dog, but I would always try to do that. And now I'm like, I don't feel bad for him anymore, because I'm the one killing myself since before I met Chris, going to Instagram, looking up the hashtag Old English Bulldog and liking every single fucking picture. And as long as no one's actually doing that, you have to be creative and inspired. And if you're not doing that, that's not my problem anymore.
Well, the way that algorithms work is the more people use your name or tag you, the higher you're going to come up. You can pay for it. But we don't even pay for it. We've paid for it in the past, don't get me wrong. And we pay for SEOs and stuff like that. But we, you know, for the most part, when somebody says something negative about us, I'm going to be honest, it doesn't even affect me, because it is still publicity. It's still, she posted like in one day, we had like 14,000 views because of it. Thank you.
Free because we had nothing to do with this shit. It was just literally people... and people wanting to name drop, like,
and I get yelled at, and people call me, why don't you ever defend myself? I don't feel the need to defend myself.
What do you feel about our friend group, though, that actually feels bad for us, or they get heat? Everybody's inboxing them. Oh, these are your mentors. Oh, you know, whatever the fuck they say.
So I do feel.
Do you feel bad? Like, how do they feel?
I do feel bad for them. Not necessarily bad, and I tell them. I've told, you know, almost anybody that I've ever dealt with, hey, listen. Going to get some publicity. If you can't handle it, not a problem. Just let me know. I won't take it personal if you say and push away from it.
And a lot of people, I mean, they do that. Like,
and I'm okay with that.
They want to use our dogs. They'll get them secondhand. They'll use studs that we let go, but they will not do business with us. I don't know. I don't think that's much of a backbone, but I can understand it, because shit gets hot. So I get it.
And you know, a long time ago, I was told that the target, the bigger it gets, the heavier it gets. So, you know, everybody wants to paint me or paint us to be the top dog. I don't even want to be the top dog. I really don't. I just want to keep doing what we're doing and
have fun.
It's fun, bro. Like,
it's fun 99% of the time. It's awesome. Our kids have amazing lives.
I mean, I just showed you where I grew up at.
By the way, all the kennels that we work with heavy and that believe in us and are not on the fence or wishy-washy, and we do breeding together, they flourish. A lot of people that hate us now, they were flourishing with us too at one point. And I feel like it probably got too greedy, or when you don't need your mentor anymore.
Well, it's not even about that. Like, for me, I get turned off and I just walk away.
Yeah, if he thinks anyone's trying to be greedy.
I don't do greed, and I don't do egos. You know, Cord, there's a gentleman by the name of Cordy. Some of you know him from SBK, BTK. I mean, he's had a few kennels, 5-star kennels. He's a really good dude. He hit me up on TikTok yesterday. Yeah. Anyway, he told me when we started really becoming really close friends, he told me straight to my face. He said, Chris, if I ever feel like your ego or your greed gets in the relationship, we're done. And I was like, what? But then I adopted that that philosophy, because the minute your greed you
feel it, like things are getting weird, or people
I just walk away. I don't say anything negative. I don't say anything ugly. I don't say anything bad. When people call me, I'm like, nah, I'm cool. That's it. Like, I don't say anything bad about them even. Like, she gets mad at me. Other people get mad at me because I won't, tell the story, what happened.
I mean, he doesn't have to say all the stories,
But I'm done.
Sometimes I'm like, fuck.
Because here's why. It goes back to why we started this conversation. We, hard work. If you're not going to be a part of the hard work and you want to just come in and take the glory, but you don't want to put in the hard work, I don't need you in my life. I mean, shit.
And the way I'm feeling, if you ride the fence, I don't need you in my life.
I mean, I posted that thing the other day, and I said my circle is small for a reason. And, you know.
But I almost hate that. Like, I get it. He doesn't even want to deal with breeders half the time. And I'm like, but there's gems out there. Those are like really amazing breeders out there that might be inspired by us, look up to us, want to work with us, or we should work with them. But because of a few piles of shit breeders, like, he just want to cut everybody off.
Well, it's not that I want to cut everybody off. I want to keep everybody at arm's distance because, you know, I feel like I'm just setting my own self up for failure.
Yeah, which I always do. But I mean, I'm not the arm's distance kind of person.
And you know, there's another thing. You can't be mad at our success because of our hard work. She shared this thing that Jelly Roll showed me, or said that basically he says there's some guy that's now saying he helped write a song. He's like, what? Like, what? Like, where are you guys at when I'm out here cleaning up kennels and it's 16 degrees outside? Where are you at when it's 4 o'clock in the morning and I got to get up and be ready for work? But guess what? I got to get up at 4 o'clock so I can feed the dogs before I go to work. Like, I mean,
By the way, I mean, something I actually want to show you guys. If you go to our kennel, it's a concrete pad. There's another concrete pad when you drive in where we keep like big dogs, like Eeyore's there right now. We clean up the shit every day. So if you walk the perimeter of the kennel, there is no dog shit on the outside of our yard at all. Like, this place can be shit free for about 5 minutes until someone shits again, but everything is spotless every day.
Yeah, I don't just wash it off. I actually clean it up because it helps with the smell.
Can you imagine if customers come over and it's just like...
But it's a snowball effect. If you start getting lazy here, then this, then this, then this, then that. It's a snowball effect. And so the thing about Jelly Roll was you now want to show up and try to take credit for my hard work. So, you know, you guys, I look at it like this. If you guys want to personally attack me, I'm okay. It don't hurt my feelings. I promise you it doesn't. If you want to attack our program, it doesn't hurt me. Because again, I told you, you're just getting me more views. That's all you're doing. I appreciate it. But do not
revved up.
And do not, but don't try to steal credit from my hard work. I don't try to steal anybody's hard work.
What about that? What are you talking about? What about that bothers you? Like, people say, oh, there's Godzilla, my blood in there, or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, when it's 3 generations back.
When that person had nothing to do with Godzilla in the first place.
Yeah, well, it's not even that. Well,
that bothers you, though?
It doesn't bother me. I look at them people like, you're pathetic.
So that gets under your skin. What gets under my skin is people that like, oh, Gina, what should I do? Like, literally inbox me for advice and help and friendship. And then don't comment when I make a post like, hey, this person starved my dog. Don't say nothing then. But when people talk about me, you hee ha ha on that. Or, you know, it's just the fence riding, like, pick your side, believe what you want. I don't care. But don't try to pretend to be my friend. That's what fucks with me, is the fake friends or the betrayal. And if you're not my friend, unfriend me and follow me like everybody else.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know social media like that. So my thing is, you know, I'm not going to ever discredit somebody's work. You know, I didn't take Bull Force off of Godzilla. That's where he was bought from, so I didn't take it off. But when I imported Dollar, I made sure that Dollar's paperwork said Sunshine's Dollar of Bull Force. It didn't say anything to do with my name. Sunshine produced the dog. Bull Force bought the dog, and I imported him. So I didn't take that away from him, and I'm not going to steal someone's credit. You know what I mean? And I have a great relationship with Bruno and Beatrice because of that. Like, I didn't try to steal their credit. And that's, you know, what Jelly Roll was basically implying is, listen, you know, when I was homeless, where the fuck was you at? When I was back to the very beginning of this relationship, I mean, this video, when I lived in this, you know, this row home in the city that looks like shit.
And everybody likes you when you're on the same platform as them.
That's what he said. He said, when we're all broke together, everybody's happy together. But the minute someone makes it out, you try to pull them back down, or you try to belittle their achievements. You try to, he's fat.
I mean, to be honest, the only people you convince are
people which are like mine,
or the same people that are just like you in the same spot as you. So
and I like the facts that like Jelly Roll pulled himself up and he's doing good. I mean, I think it's amazing. I think he's amazing. I don't really listen to his music like that, but I think he's an amazing person. He's like 40 some years old and he's still winning like first time out awards and shit like that. That's pretty inspiring. Like that's inspiring to some people. We don't have to inspire each other through dogs, but we can, you can look at other people and be like, man, how did he get there? I guarantee almost every single one of them will come back to hard work. You know what I mean?
Resilience.
Yeah. Resilience is a good word. And hard work, because, you just don't do hard work one day and it all shows up. No. It's day in and day out of hard work.
It's easy to become a hermit, right? People maybe come at you. You produce a nice dog or a nice litter. You get some attention. You get some haters. People will talk about you, spread lies about you. It's easy to fold. But the resilience part is if you could use that to fuel you, to make you stronger, then you only get stronger. It's never going to stop. So
for me, it was, cornstarch, he's this, he's that. He don't know. He can't do it again. Bam, I did it again. Bam, I did it again. Bam, I did it again.
Anytime you see me comment or something like, "Oh, Chris got lucky again," it's because he took something personal that somebody said to you.
But use it as fuel, not hatred.
Yes, that's like every time someone wants to talk shit about me, I'm like, here we go. I'm campaigning. Like, I'm going to fucking post 100 times a day now. Like, what's up?
Yeah, that's what you got to do. And I understand that some people are going to say, well, I don't have that kind of time. And I understand.
You can drive and fucking post.
What's
I
not
know
that?
y'all are doing it.
What's not that? You can't be upset with someone else's success then. You know what I mean?
If you don't have a website, that's like so 1999. Like, you still don't have a website? You don't have a website, you have no room to talk. You can't, don't talk shit about other people and their dogs if you still don't have a website. Don't talk shit about people if we don't see how your dogs live. Don't hide, you point one finger, you got three pointing back. Just because you guys all click up doesn't mean that we know that you're not posting. You're not being transparent about how your dogs
transparency. That when people come here, they all say, "Man, I love your setup. This is bulldog heaven." That's what everybody says. And bro, it literally, I don't wake up and it looks that good. I literally have to do something every single day of my life, even if it's my bare essentials: clean up crap, give fresh water, and give food. That's my bare essentials. Now, like I'm trying to plant grass right now. I'm trying to, I scrape the ground, then I got to aerate it. And it's like, that stuff doesn't.
We got to power wash the porch. We got to buy more plants because they froze and make it look presentable,
It's just the little things. And again, I'll go back. I've never complained about losing, but I've never boasted about winning either.
I might do that a little bit.
I don't boast about anything. So I'm just showing that only thing I recognize in people now is just their pure hard work. That's what I recognize. And I admire hard work. A lot of people, for an example, a lot of people think that me and Miss Diane have a big issue. I have nothing but the utmost respect. She puts in hard work that I won't do. She gets up every day and trains dogs to where the dog is almost perfect looking in the ring. If she beats me because her dog is better trained than mine, I can't complain because I didn't train my dog like that. You see what I'm saying? I can't discredit her hard work.
No, I definitely wish Rex was with her when he was out campaigning. So we would have never lost.
So that's just it. Like I don't have ill intentions in my heart for her. Like I don't like people.
She don't like us.
She might, and that's her prerogative. Listen, I'm telling you right here, right now, that there isn't no hard feelings for me. And in the end, I wish her nothing but the best because I respect hard work. That is hard work to get a dog to act and perform the way she does. Bentley was, bar none, one of the best trained dogs I've ever seen. And when he whooped my ass, yeah, there was some times I was like, fuck. But you know what I didn't do? I didn't come home and train that dog like she did. So when she beat me the following week or the week after that, I don't have nobody to blame but myself. Because I didn't take the time to train the dog properly or put that work.
Or even pick the one dog that you wanted to show. You don't.
But I'm just saying, like,
we have so many dogs. Like, what do we show?
But that's just it, though. I can't complain of her beating me if I did not do the work. There's another gentleman down in Texas. What's his name? Garcia. What's his first name? Eric. If I go and Eric beats me, hats off, bro. Like, he is working them dogs like fucking sled dogs almost. Like, he's out